Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. For a radio audience tuning in at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all can be with us. Also, joining us, our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music. We're glad you all could be with us as well. Have a real honor coming up for you guys today. When I say the name Gloria Reuben, you probably have a lot of things that go through your mind, whether it's singing and dancing with Tina Turner or acting in some of your favorite television shows and films, where she's an individual who's not only an Emmy and Golden Globe nominated actress, but she's also an individual who's using her platform to raise awareness. And this is something that's very important this year as we're wrapping up National Women's Month and Women's History Month, talking about her own journey, but also what she's been able to learn about how to deal with things that are very personal. They can definitely be impactful for women literally around the world. Gloria's going to talk to us about her own journey, but also what she's been able to find to help during her menopausal journey as well, something that all of you guys can find out more information about too. Gloria, thank you again for the time. Really do appreciate you stopping by.
Cyrus, thank you so very much for this opportunity for me to share my experience with VEOZAH and my excitement over my partnership with Astellas to get the word out. I'm so thrilled that I can share this with your audience.
Well, if you don't mind, Gloria, let's start there because, as I mentioned, when we think about you, we do think about all of your accolades that you've been able to have in your career, but you have been very intentional about using your platform to talk about things that, for some people, are very difficult to discuss. And that, of course, when we're talking about menopause or menopausal journey, that's something that definitely not everyone has been open about. What was it that made you want to be able to share this, Gloria, with the world and let people know what's helped you?
Well, the first thing that you just mentioned about there being seems like a little bit of shame or stigma or embarrassment about a very natural process that every woman goes through in this process, being menopause. And I knew that I wanted to use my platform to share my experience about a treatment, a hormone-free, FDA-approved treatment called VEOZAH, which is specifically for moderate to severe hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause. I started to experience that natural process of menopause about 6 years ago. My hot flashes started to increase in its frequency and severity and began to become disruptive personally and professionally. And then a year ago, I saw a commercial for VEOZAH. And I learned, again, that it's FDA approved and hormone-free, a hormone-free treatment option. And for me, hormone-free was important.
Got you. And it's been able to help you, Gloria, to be able to continue with your very busy schedule. Of course, we've been seeing you, for those following you online. Of course, you've been very active. You were promoting, just in Texas, not too far from us here, your new project, My Dead Friend Zoe. You've just recently announced, of course, some other exciting things. What has it been like for you to not only find something that works for you, Gloria, but also that allows you to continue doing what you love when it comes to creating?
And there it is. It allows me to, I will always be creative, God willing, and I will always work as long as I desire to, hopefully. And, when I first saw that commercial for VEOZAH, I just want to say that I went to my doctor. We talked about the benefits, the possible side effects for it, my overall health, and I did a blood test to ensure that my liver is functioning properly, which it was and which it is. And then we both decided that this treatment would be a good one for me. It would be an option for me that I could try. And I did start using it. And it was very effective in lessening the frequency and the severity of my night sweats and my hot flashes during the day. And oftentimes as an actress, especially before VEOZAH, there would be a lot of worry and anxiety. I would sometimes apologize in the makeup chair as a makeup artist was doing my makeup if that little dragon inside me was opening spewing its fire and I was getting a hot flash while I was in the chair, and or even especially in front of the camera, I would be completely distracted from the scene if a hot flash were to happen while I was working, and even in my personal life. And, since this is such a personal thing, and yet it's a universal thing, again, right. A lot of women experience hot flashes and night sweats, and there's no need to be embarrassed. I am here to really use this platform in order to not just share this good news about this possible option for a lot of women, hormone-free, called VEOZAH, that has worked extremely well for me, but to also hopefully eradicate some of this embarrassment or stigma or shame. This is a natural process that can sometimes be disruptive. Mm-hmm. And again, my experience with VEOZAH, it has made a big difference in my life personally and professionally. And I just want to say that I am, as you mentioned, Cyrus, very specific about what I'm advocating for. And Astellas has been really groundbreaking in this first FDA-approved hormone-free treatment option for hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause. And since I'm experiencing, or I was experiencing that severity, before I started taking VEOZAH, I actually approached Astellas so I could relay to them how thrilled I was about my body's response to VEOZAH, and we started communicating, and then we decided to collaborate together so I could use this platform that I do have to help spread the word. Women are not alone. You can talk to your healthcare provider or your doctor about a treatment that might work for you, and if you're looking for a hormone-free treatment, perhaps you want to talk about VEOZAH. Go to VEOZAH.com. Got everything you might ever want, questions answered on that website. I'm telling you, this has been very, very helpful to me. So I'm so excited to share with your listeners about this treatment option that has really helped me a great deal.
And we're going to be linking that up for our audience as well. Gloria, you mentioned something I want to go back to because it does go to an important component of this conversation. That is communication with your doctor. How important has that been for you, and what has it been like for you to share with people the importance of having that conversation so they can see if something like VEOZAH is right for them?
It's vital. It really is. VEOZAH.com is terrific to find out information about the benefits and possible side effects, but each person is different. Everybody, if a woman chooses to try VEOZAH, will respond differently to this medication. It's vital to speak with one's doctor or healthcare provider to see what your overall health is and all, the fundamentals. Again, the blood test for the liver, but you and your healthcare provider, your doctor, will discover, I am confident, what is the best treatment for you. But it is absolutely vital. And I understand that, COVID threw all of us into a wrench. And talking to your doctors, everything is kind of up in the air. However, this is not what we're talking about now. Information, support, and your doctor's information, and just that deciding together what will be the best treatment is key.
Exactly. So I want to ask you, what has it been like for you, for those in your circle, Gloria, to be able to hear about what has helped you and being able to share that information with them to let them know what might be a benefit to them as well?
Well, I have to tell you that it has been so exciting since I started partnering with Astellas. I'm not kidding, because I started talking to my friends about it, male or female, and I was starting to share my experience. I started to share my experience with them and how VEOZAH was helping me a great deal and how my body was responding positively to it. And each person, doesn't matter their age or, again, male or female, everybody would say, I can't wait to tell my mother about this. I can't wait to tell my girlfriend, my wife, my aunt, my sister, every single person. I cannot express enough how just getting the word out there, there's more awareness about VEOZAH being a possible treatment option that is hormone-free, really can help a number of women. Of course, I can't promise the results. However, encouraging, again, speak with the healthcare provider, and also just opening up the conversation. I'm laughing about it now. I mean, I'm actually making it's not, for me, it's not gloom and doom anymore. It's not kind of a weight. It doesn't have to be secrecy, and especially the shame or the embarrassment. It's a natural process. And again, I'm just so thrilled that a medication, that a treatment like VEOZAH is out there, because it's definitely become part of my overall wellness routine.
And again, that website is VEOZAH.com. Gloria, I want to ask you before you leave us here about something that you also shared as you've been able to, of course, to talk about what's been able to help you, in your personal life. I want to talk about something that you recently shared professionally as well that's near and dear to you. Of course, a lot of people remember you being able to bring Elizabeth Keckley to life. You recently shared on your social about writing a play, being able to feature Elizabeth and Mary Lincoln. What has that been like for you to now have that something to be able to work for and then be working with the Ford Theater with that?
I can't tell you, it's like a dream come true. The story of Elizabeth Keckley, whom I portrayed, as you mentioned, in the masterful film Lincoln, the story of Elizabeth and Mary Lincoln, to tell the story of the two of them after portraying Elizabeth in that film has stayed in my soul since that time. And to be in the process of writing and completing this play and to have Ford's Theater in D.C. commission this play is beyond my wildest dreams. It'll be a two-hander, Elizabeth and Mary, at a very specific time during the Lincoln presidency in Ford's Theater. I'm so beyond thrilled. Dreams do come true.
Well, look, we definitely will be staying connected with you, Gloria, on social. But in the meantime, definitely want our audience to make sure you guys are bookmarking that website that you heard Gloria give out about VEOZAH. Again, it's VEOZAH.com. For those joining us on the radio side, we will post it on our Facebook page. For those joining us via the podcast, you'll see a link there as well. Gloria, thank you, I want to say, first of all, for using your gifts the way you have been to be able to entertain and to inspire so many, but also in sharing stories like this with your own menopausal journey and how VEOZAH is helping you, because that's going to also impact lives. Thank you again for spending some time with us today. Really appreciate it.
Cyrus, I really appreciate speaking with you, and thank you so much for this lovely conversation, and I look forward to speaking again with you soon.
All right. Sounds like a plan to me, and we thank you, our audience, for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live.